Welcome. In this video, let's talk about the Supreme Court views on the pollution in Yamuna. So we know that the Yamuna river, which is like flow along the side of Delhi and Agra, become polluted very like prominently. Like if you have ever traveled to Agra and Delhi alongside the Yamuna, you could have even feel the stench. So the pollution in Yamuna is again a very major issue as the pollution in Ganga. So there is a Namami Gange program for the Clean Ganga mission. So in that regard, the Yamuna should not be left behind, and the Supreme Court has recently hearing various petition regarding the what is the effect of pollution in Yamuna, has actually talked about that the center and the other parties involved should really work towards making Yamuna clean as well. So this is the context in which we will discuss about this topic. So let's first of all try to understand what are the constitutional provisions. So let's understand that the cleaning of the river is actually one of the tasks which is given to municipalities. So sewage not getting into the river is one of the major work of the municipalities. So under the article 243W. So we know that the India get the municipality and panchayati raj system by the Constitutional Amendment Act in 1992, and in that regard it added the part 9 and part 9A. So in that regard article 243W was added through the amendment, and which makes that the constitution vests municipalities and the local authorities with the performance of functions and implementation of schemes as may be entrusted to them, including those in relation to the matters listed in item 6 of the schedule 12. So schedule 12 is the one which have all the subject matter, like which all the areas where the municipality actually have the authority to perform work. So that is mentioned under the schedule 12 of our constitution, and in that it is item number 6 which specifically mention that the public health, sanitation, conservancy and solid waste management is one of the component of the schedule 12, which means municipality has right to do it. Then again, so this is the constitutional duty of municipalities to perform. Apart from that, there is a fundamental right. Part 3 of our constitution talk about the right to clean environment and further pollution free water, which has been protected under the broad rubric of right to life. So Supreme Court has now and then again has emphasized that right to life does not mean mere existence. Right to life means with dignity. You need to have proper air to breathe in, clean water to drink in. These are all your rights to life only. If you do not have clean environment, it means how will you live your life? So in that regard, even article 21, which is a fundamental right under our constitution, right to clean environment is a part of it. So in that regard, cleaning of Yamuna, which is something which need to be taken care at the earliest. So this is the constitutional provision mentioned regarding how the municipalities is first of all responsible. It is constitutionally obliged to take care of the sanitation and the solid waste management, and also how it is the right of every citizen of India under Article 21, the right of life. Now let's move forward and see what are the other direction which the Supreme Court has given to Central Pollution Control Board, which is your CPCB. So the court directed the CPCB to submit a report identifying municipalities along the river Yamuna which have not installed total treatment plant for sewage. So this is what actually Supreme Court has asked the CPCB to do, that you go ahead and check out all the municipalities which are like through which the Yamuna river flows, and check which of them has actually not installed a sewage treatment plant as per the requirement, or have gaps in ensuring that sewage is not discharged untreated into the river. So basically this is ideally what the municipality need to have done already, is that they have a sewage plant which treat all the waste before it reach the river, and this CPCB will actually monitor that whether are they have installed such facilities, and if installed, are they working properly. So this is what Supreme Court has asked the CPC to do. It again asks the CPCB to highlight any other source of prominent contamination within the limits of municipalities, and to submit priority wise list of municipalities, river stretches adjacent to which have been found to be most polluted. So again, Supreme Court has asked that again you cannot clean the entire stretch of river in one go. So you have to make a priority list that which of the areas are like most polluted, they need to be taken care first. So this is again one few of the directives which has been given by the Supreme Court. Now these are not very important from your examination point of view. What you actually have to gain from it is that the CPCB is the one who actually can give direction to the municipality. So this is something you should remember. Now let's move forward and look about the causes of the pollution in Yamuna. So majorly the cause is the industrial pollution. So what has actually been seen that in the Sonipat there are various industrial outlets which discharge their waste into the Yamuna river without proper treatment, and that is one of the reason why Yamuna is getting polluted. In fact, I have already made a video regarding the how the ammonia has increased in the Yamuna river and how the ammonia increase could lead to problems like eutrophication apart from the general case of water pollution. So these all things are interrelated and important. I have already made a YouTube video. I will highly recommend that you go ahead and check out the adverse effect of increased level of ammonia in Yamuna. So this is one thing. So industrial pollution could be considered as the major reason for pollution in Yamuna. Apart from that, there is also problem of mixing of drain. What do you mean by mixing of drains? So it is like that there is one pipe which will carry the drinking water and there will be one which will be carrying the sewage or the industrial waste. And what has been experienced that at time they get mixed due to overflow. So there is like two pipes which are like underground. One is for the drinking water supply, the other is for sewage, and at times they get intertwined, and because of that there is like when the water, the drinking water, the water supply is actually reaching the Yamuna river, again it will discharge and it will pollute the river. So these are the two major causes of pollution in Yamuna, industrial pollution along with the mixing of drains. So this is something again which need to be taken care of. The governments of the Delhi government, UP government, Haryana government, they all have to come together and figure out ways how to stop the pollution in Yamuna. So now these are the things which are important from your environment and conservation point of view. Now let's just quickly go through some of the stuff related to the geography also. So that is again something which is important. So at time UPSC had asked about the rivers and where they originate from. In fact, in 2019 itself there was a question on the river and their glacier from which they are originating. So in that regard, just remember the river Yamuna, which is a major tributary of Ganga river, originate from the Yamunotri glacier near Bandarpunch peaks in Mussoorie range of lower Himalayas in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. So Bandarpunch was actually one of the options given over there. So just remember Yamuna actually originates from the Yamunotri glacier near Bandarpunch. So this is again important information. Then what is the river basin for Yamuna? So it meets Ganga at the Sangam in Prayagraj. So you must have known the Kumbh Mela, the famous Kumbh Mela of Prayagraj now. Earlier it was called the Allahabad. So the Kumbh Mela, it is actually at the Sangam of Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Saraswati has been become more of like a dry river now. So Yamuna and Ganga actually meet at Sangam, and that place has a very significant religious significance for the Hindus, and they do go there for the pilgrimage. So in that regard, it meets them in Uttar Pradesh, Prayagraj, after flowing through Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana and Delhi. So these are all the states through which the Yamuna passes. So Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, then you have Himachal Pradesh, Haryana and your Delhi. So these are the states through which it passes. Apart from that, what are the major tributaries of Yamuna? So it has Chambal. You must have heard about the ravines of Chambal where the cat used to live in the like 90s. So Chambal. Then you have Sindh, Betwa Kane, so there is a famous Kane Betwa river linking project which supposed to submerge the Kanha National Park, and that is why it has been like put on hold. So Kane Betwa interlinking project was again one of the very ambitious project taken by the government. So Kane and Betwa both are tributaries of Yamuna. Then you have Tons as well as Hindon. So these are the major tributaries of Yamuna. So I hope you have understood this video. The pollution in Yamuna is important when you are talking about the pollution topic from your environment GS paper 3, and then the sources and the other geographical aspect of Yamuna are important from your GS paper 1 geography perspective. So these are the things that you need to get from this video. So I hope you have understood everything. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.